What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Italian Football TV. A very special episode, and you guys are very blessed because we have some incredible characters right now. As we see to my right, we're very blessed with Padre Pioli. Thank you, Father, for being here today.
Thank you.
We have very nice. We have the maestro himself, Maurizio Sarri. How are you doing, Maurizio?
Sorry.
Yeah, but you don't choke, maestro.
So as you know right now, you guys think I'm out of a job? I'm not out of a job. I have 3 jobs. I'm a consigliere for Napoli, Chelsea, and Juventus. I'm very, very busy.
Maestro, 3 jobs, and you bless us with your presence over here.
Wow.
Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna take notes. Hold on. Okay, watch out what you're writing down. Don't write the score.
I take notes, so I cover everything. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in touch with London and during the day.
Okay.
Then Torino and Napoli.
Oh, okay. It's very good.
Yeah.
How do you get in touch? You touch them?
Social media, baby.
Social media.
Maurizio,
okay.
that's incredible.
I have a hard time believing that he can use social media, sorry. The only thing that he knows how to smoke. Right.
Well, I don't want you guys to fight. You fought on the pitch last year. We've got Mr. Antonio Conte to my left.
Good evening,
Mr.
everybody.
Conte,
Good
how are
evening,
you
everybody.
doing?
Could be better, but circumstances are right now we're going through a rough stretch, and I have a bunch of losers playing with me. I'm going to try the best that I can. I don't know.
Today, it's an incredible episode. I mean, I can't believe we've got Mr. Conte and then Vanda Nara.
Ciao tutti. Io Vanda Nara.
Vanda, you're not even in Italy anymore, but you still wanted to grace us with your presence.
Banda, oh my God, I love your hair.
Grazie.
Can I touch it?
I love your apples.
Wow.
Vanda, where's Mauro?
Mauro's in Paris on the bench.
Oh,
Bench.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
my
Maybe you have
God.
to get him maybe a raise or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
I gotta hit him.
I mean, you asking Vanda where is Mauro? You got rid of Mauro.
I got rid of Mauro. Hey,
Yeah,
Mauro's
Maurito's the best.
Mauro's a big problem for us. Mauro's a very big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Big problem. We had to get rid of the problem, you know. And at the end of the day, I can't keep 2 people on payrolls like Mauro and like you. You're writing me thin.
Mr. Marotta, I tried to convince you to keep him, but then you said, shut up and mind your own business.
Listen, we're live right now, so you're not supposed to be telling the fans.
Are we? Oh my God.
We're live.
Sorry, guys.
By the way, I think I forgot to pay you this week.
Wow. How much did you bring?
All right, this is
Come
not
on. Good enough.
Come on, Mr. Conte, you're writing me thin.
What are we going to do with
We
this?
don't Inter. We don't have that much
I need more
money.
money. I need more money.
Thousands and
We
thousands.
don't have that much money.
great.
Oh, Mr. Conte, please. I'm
I
sorry.
need more money.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I worked so hard for this
I'm
team
sorry.
over here.
I'm sorry. Okay. Is that good? Is that good for right now?
That's
That's good. No, for
I've
Mauro.
never seen all this money. What's the matter? What's going on over
Listen, I'm
here?
Mr. Marotta. I can't
You're
be
lucky
walked
that we are
on by.
live. We're lucky that we are live.
Torino, we don't have all this money.
This is not going to cut the mustard for you.
Agnelli didn't treat me like that. I ain't never got all this money.
Don't worry
Listen,
about you. You mind your own
Milan.
business.
Milan, Dio, Zlatan. That's it. I don't get paid.
All right, guys, that was good. That was very good. That was very good, guys. As you can see, we had to come in characters. We all got somebody different. Obviously, Padre Pioli, Stefano Pioli, head coach of AC Milan. The beard, Peter, is absolutely incredible. I have to say, you did a wonderful job. My dad as Sarri, as it was recommended by the fans because they said Gaetano's the one that's always coming with notes. So he's kind of like Maurizio Sarri. I am writing notes. Right, yeah, make sure you write that down. I'm Mr. Marotta because I have to control. I have to pay Antonio. I have to pay my coach over there. So you know, this is how it is. And Mike is a trooper with Wanda. Mike, incredible.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
This was very hard to pull off, guys.
You could have shaved a little bit more.
We're running tough on time. There's a lot of Serie A games today.
And then Anto as Antonio Conte, of course.
Ciao, Mr.
The beard, the hair, the suit, everything. It's perfect. The people needed.
It's real. You can touch it. It's not a wig.
Mine
It's
too.
real. Okay.
So we'll be going. We're gonna have a reward actually, Peter. If you want to show the trophy, this is a best costume trophy that Peter won yesterday, and we are going to give. We want the fans to vote who is the best costume over here. As we go on, we're gonna be talking about the games as we are ourselves. But you're getting hot.
If I don't win this, guys, and look what I put on.
Do I need to buy you a
I'm
lighter
leaving
jacket
IFTV.
next time?
Yeah, you
I
might
need to
have
buy you a
to.
lighter
You might
jacket.
have to.
So we'll keep bringing the characters in and out as we go on. But hey guys, we gotta talk about the league a little bit.
God.
Antonio Conte, you want to start, Antonio?
Listen, I thought we had the game on our hands with the Parma, and I told the guys just go there and have fun. Just score as many goals as you want. Don't feel sorry for Hey, what is going on over here? What happened? Oh my God, Manda, are you alright? Oh my God.
So
Hey.
what'd you think about the?
Well, the game unfortunately didn't go the way we wanted. And I mean, we had so many chances, and we keep choking at the last minute. And if we can turn the camera off, I have a couple more comments that I want to say. Can we switch the camera off for a couple seconds? Yeah.
Okay, we'll
tell
cut
me.
it off. All right.
Are we off?
Yeah, we're off.
Take some notes.
Wait, yeah, take the notes, Sadi.
All right. You just keep the notes, but don't broadcast to anybody.
No,
by the
No
way.
one will know.
You know what?
Dio Zlatan
Why don't
sees
you ask-
everything.
Why don't you ask me again? What do I think? Ask me.
What do you
What do I think? What I think? You know what I think? I really don't give a damn shit. You know what? I getting paid 12 million euros, guys. You think I really go home? I gotta look depressed in front of the camera. I don't give a damn. 12 million euros? They wanna fire me? Go ahead. I love it. I just make my day. Fire me. Okay?
But
I'm
Mr.
gonna join Spalletti. I'm gonna join all the top coaches over there that are they are on vacation over there, including this loser over here. Okay? This Sarri. How much money, by the way, you making, Paisa?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, how much money do you make?
Listen,
hey, you
I'm
don't
making
watch
so
what you're doing
much-
with that thing.
I'm making so much money.
No stress,
that I
right?
went from a cigarillo to a cigar to a
Oh my God! Look at that.
Making-
You know, I might join him. I just hope they fire me. All right, you can switch the camera back on
Put the
anytime you're
camera
ready.
back. All right, let's continue. Okay, very good, guys. Okay, so really about the matches. We'll start. Where do you guys want to start? Honestly.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Oh, I get to choose now.
Yeah, you get to choose.
Okay. Why don't we start with Milan? With
Let's talk about Inter. How did they do without Icardi?
oh,
You're right. You know, Icardi is a big miss. It's a big miss. By the way, nice legs over there.
I appreciate it.
Wow. You've been fucking teasing me. Just,
Padre Pio, your team, your
Sorry, father.
Milan won 2-1 against Udinese.
Is Marco Borat's on?
Am I Borat? No, for real though. Milan Udinese 2-1. Milan won. What did you think about the match, Anto, as a Milan fan? Now as yourself.
Nice first half for AC Milan, and then the second half they relaxed. I mean, the second part of the first half they relaxed a little bit. In the second half they started on the wrong note. I don't think that was a penalty, but as I'll keep saying to you guys, this Romagnoli is a liability for us. I mean, it's not what you guys think we have. Romagnoli is not a top defender. So the fact that we're skating through is because we have Donnarumma on the net. If it wasn't for that, but AC Milan deserved the win. I mean, aside from that, we deserved the win. Ibrahimovic, spectacular bicycle kick at his age. I said, "Would you think you will be able to do that?" So he still has it. He's got the juice to do anything he wants. He's looked like a 20 years old. This guy here. The time stopped for this guy here. So we're gonna hope that he stays healthy. And we got Rebic back right now, and Donnarumma is back again. Look, Donnarumma. If it wasn't for the penalty, would be another scoreless, another
clean sheet
for the day. So can complain. And by the way, have you seen all the penalties that have been taken into the middle? If Donnarumma would be listening to me, would be looking at me, he would have probably made it the same on the penalty.
What was the percentage again?
I would say 60% that they take it to the middle.
60%.
Wow.
Stay over there. Stay
the
where you
last time
are.
was higher, the percent.
It was
Wow.
90.
No,
He said it on
60.
stream the other day.
It was 60. But anyway, AC Milan deserves to win. We got to win. And by the way, for anybody else that is looking at there, AC Milan, first place.
It's true.
Okay.
You are in first place, and I would say the thing about this Milan, when I watch them, I feel like there's hope that that they're gonna win. While I was watching the game, even when it was 1-1, you knew that somehow this team was gonna find a way to win.
Yeah.
Zlatan, by the way, the first goal was amazing. Zlatan, what he did to control the ball, put his head up, bodied his shoulder, passed to Kessie, fantastic. And then the second goal, I mean, I cannot believe that he's 39 years old. For all the people that said, Milan's bringing him back, it's a PR move, a guy from MLS can't come back and still play at the top level. The guy's playing 90 minutes. It's unbelievable. I'm in shock.
You know, the only thing that upsets me about this team right now, that there is not much room for the new arrival that we spend a lot of money, brought him from Brescia. I don't want to make that much in Tonali, because right now we have a spectacular team, and the mechanism is so fluid. It's like we have a 12-cylinder, Ferrari running at full speed. And Tonali, I think, is going to be used for the cups and maybe for 15-20 minutes unless somebody gets injured.
It's better that way.
You think
better
so?
that way, that you ease the player into the team, and especially when the team is doing well and they're winning, right? At the moment, they're first place. The team, like you said, you could be tied until the 80th minute. You still have this feeling that Milan's going to be able to break through and score. So I think it's a good point. If we remember Pogba's first year at Juventus with you, Mr. Conte, he didn't really see the field until maybe December even, So these are all points that we know his talent, what he can do. Don't rush things. Right now, things are working. You're not going to put extra pressure on him. Ibrahimovic, the guy is not human, as we know. He's godly, right?
Yeah.
The assist,
Come
the
from
goal
Padre Pioli himself.
Pioli. I mean, Padre Pioli. I have to admit, I let Dio Zlatan choose the formation. He's the one that says what to play.
By the way, did you guys? I don't even know that most of the scores. Did you guys update the scoreboard over there?
Yeah, we updated.
We did. I'll do it towards the end.
All right.
We'll talk about who's going to be on top.
You got a point to -1.
Oh my God.
No,
Penalty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were late for the podcast,
awesome.
so -1 point.
Guys,
Napoli, what the federation decide. We don't decide. The federation decide.
All right, maestro. All right, maestro. By the
way,
way, the only guys that calls this guy here maestro is Ludovico. For me, I don't know. I don't think I can call you maestro.
By the way, I want to remind everybody, there's some people that are just starting to tune in. I think you're going to have to scroll back and watch the beginning.
Sauno's like, what the hell is going on? I just tuned in.
Guys, scroll back and watch the beginning where we explain things. Whenever we get into character, I'll address you as Conte.
Okay, yeah.
Instagram stories.
Instagram
I'll address you guys as Pioli, Sarri when we go into Wanda. We're always going to call you Wanda. But
this is the Halloween special.
The Halloween special, exactly. But that's for me. That's what I think, and I kind of agree with Peter. I think that it is good to ease him in. But for this Milan, I saw this going around. The best player in Serie A. Can we say that Zlatan Ibrahimovic at the moment is the best player in Serie A?
I would say yes, 100%. I would say I would pair him with Donnarumma too, the both of them.
Yeah, I think right now, he's
Him and
definitely
Donnarumma.
the most Milan's the most informed team in Europe, you could say, and Zlatan, I think, is the MVP and the best player in Serie A. It's hard to say someone else that's doing better than him right now. What do you guys think?
But Mike, you dropped the 2 points against Roma because of Donnarumma that was not on the goalkeeper. Imagine, this guy here,
Zlatan overall.
but Ibrahimovic, he's the
Zlatan
one that
overall.
puts the number over there. But a lot of people they don't give credit to the goalkeeper because the guy he prevents for the goal to get in the back of the net.
Yeah, I get that. But Zlatan just lifted this whole team spirit mentally.
Oh, definitely,
and,
definitely.
First place Milan, who could have expected this?
If
No
there-
one.
I said it.
If
Go
not-
back to the videotape. I had him. I had him on first
do you
place.
think that Zlatan's the best player in Serie A right now? And if no, who is?
No, I think he is. I think you can make an argument, obviously, for Ronaldo, for Lukaku, and their importance to their teams, as we saw, the past couple of weeks. But Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I think he adds a level of importance to the detail, right? That championship winning mentality is what this Milan team needed. They have a lot of younger guys also that are going to be coming through for seasons to come, and hopefully you can build now a dynasty, really.
What do you think? Is Zlatan the best player in Serie A?
No, I think that Padre Pioli is the best in Serie A. You have the best start, better than Ancelotti. I think better than Capello, right? This is the best start. It's the youngest team in Europe, if I'm not mistaken, AC Milan. So compliments to Padre Pioli.
Wow.
you.
Okay, but as a player, is there anyone that you think has been better than Zlatan?
Right now, I think Lukaku is up there. Probably those are so Milano right now is doing good.
It's true. I would say that Zlatan is. I think that also the difference of how good he's made Milan, like the difference between when Zlatan arrived and when Zlatan wasn't there is just tremendous. And, all respect to you, Padre Pioli, but to me, it's mostly Zlatan. And I think that he's definitely been the best player. And to do it at 39 is incredible. We did have one question, as we'll move on to the next game, but we did have one question on the podcast, which Peter and I talked about. I think it was on the podcast. It was which team is more dependent on who? Is Inter more dependent on Lukaku, or is Juve more dependent on Cristiano Ronaldo?
Both. They're both dependent.
But definitely,
I would say more
one.
Juve dependent on Cristiano Ronaldo, because Lukaku is just he's an incredible player, but at the same time he's got Lautaro. He's got a lot of other people that can solve the problem. He's got what's his name? Sanchez. He's got the Eriksen. He's got plenty. All juiced up. He's got Barella. He's got Sensi. He's got all players that they can score from any position. They're not scoring now, but let's hope that they keep dry powder into the.
Real quick, what do you think? Is it Inter or Juve?
It's tough. First I was gonna say Ronaldo, but now Lukaku. Without Lukaku, Inter looked like a completely different team. Oh man, this is gonna probably be a tie for me. But if I really had to pick one, Jesus. I'll just go with Lukaku. Inter look like they have no bite without him, and he looks like the only one that could score.
Peter, as an Inter fan?
No, listen. We were discussing on the podcast. I think Lukaku for Inter, the gameplay of Antonio Conte, a lot of the balls go and the offensive actions go through Lukaku. We only saw this, like even last year, Lukaku pretty much plays a high percentage of these games. If I would say 95% that Lukaku always plays last year's games and this year's game.
Right.
This is the first time he's got injured. Unfortunately,
So it's going to be out, a week, Pete?
Hopefully. We don't know exactly what the timetable is. But, maybe with Alexis Sanchez available, with Lautaro, could have had a little bit more spark in the attack. But like I said, I think Lukaku, as far as the way that Conte plays and Inter plays, is important. Cristiano Ronaldo, but as I said on the podcast, was when Juventus needs a spark or some type of goal, Cristiano Ronaldo can make that happen. And I think Juventus lack that type of players. I would say Cristiano Ronaldo.
I agree with you.
What about you? Yeah. Gaetano, Sadi.
I mean,
Maestro.
those are the two teams that really struggle when Lukaku is not playing and when Ronaldo. I mean, today, when Ronaldo came into the game, he changed the game. And a team like Juventus, you're struggling with Crotone, with Verona, and then Cristiano comes, and even though they have great players around them, he solves all your problems. So I think right now it's Ronaldo.
I think that Inter's more dependent, kind of what he said, for the system. But again, I think that both are very dependent on both of these guys to an extent that it's very sad. If we move on, as a transition to talk about Juventus first, I don't want to talk about Inter yet. I want to save them because they have a lot of talking points. For Juventus, 4-1 win against Spezia. It was 1-1 until maybe the 56th minute when he took off, Pirlo took off Dybala, put on Ronaldo. 126 seconds, I think it took Ronaldo to score his first goal. Came back, recovered from coronavirus, COVID-19 after like about 20 days. Scores right away. Key guy. Once he came in, I think Juventus were playing very good. But what I kept saying was Chiesa had 2 opportunities, missed both opportunities. Dybala had 1 opportunity, very close, didn't score the goal. There's nobody with that bite, that killer, cold-blooded attitude. Good players, very good players. But there's no one like Ronaldo in the team that is cold-blooded. Morata, I would say yes. The guy got another goal from VAR. He scored 1, and then he got 1 taken away from VAR again. That's 6. That's 6 offsides goals from Morata with VAR. You could tell once he scored. I was very happy that he scored. Everybody came. They were laughing. He waited like 5 minutes to celebrate to make sure that this one didn't get taken away. I think that Juventus look good. Like, honestly, Juventus have looked good at times. It's just they've been kind of unlucky. And again, relying on Ronaldo. I think that one key thing that I've seen is Artur. There's a lot of talk about Artur not being a good player, and I really disagree. I think Artur is very important to Juventus because for the past 3-4 years, every midfielder of Juventus, Rabiot, Bentancur, Khedira, they all do useless horizontal passes. Useless lateral passes that, yes, if you really play possession, you could open up the team and this and that. But you need a guy who could break the line, who could put those vertical passes. I loved seeing Artur, and yes, he needs to improve defensively. But if you see how he's got the vision to find Morata, to find Dybala, to find McKennie, who had a great game, in space where they're able to make these 1-2s, Artur is going to be very important to the system. So that's one thing that thank you, Maestro.
Maestro.
Thank you, Maestro. So that's for me. That's what I would say about the team. Defensively, they need to shape up. Dybala, you need to step up. You did not have a good match today. I thought McKennie did very good. Chiesa had a good match too. And Ronaldo, thank God Ronaldo's back. When Ronaldo's there, Juventus are a different team.
Vanda, show me the scores a little bit.
I need more money first.
Don't worry about the money.
You got money in your pocket.
Don't worry, I'll pay you.
You didn't see the Juventus game, right?
I didn't see it.
Anything else to add for on top of what we said for Juventus?
For the pretty much what you said. Overall, I still feel like Pirlo's got to play his players more in position. But yeah, it's getting a little scary up to that point. Like if Ronaldo doesn't play, it looks like Juve can't even beat the smaller teams, which is a problem, I think, in my eyes. But yeah, I think they actually did play pretty good football. They had chances. I feel like they couldn't have that final bite to score, and I think that was the hardest.
Antonio, where are you going, Antonio? Okay, Mr. Antonio.
And I feel like that was the hardest thing with Juventus. They didn't play that attractive football, but we are starting to slowly see it. So it might take some time.
By the way, Mister, I'm at your total disposal. Anything you need, I need to make sure that you're happy, no matter what. Even if you insult me. I make sure, Mister, you're happy.
She's asking me for money now. I just want to see the score. She wants to get paid.
All right, here you go. No, it's not to her. It's to you.
Money.
Wait a moment.
I didn't pay you yet. I didn't
to
pay
see
you.
this thing here live. Just turn the camera off.
Afterward.
Because God only knows what it is. The guy doesn't like me.
Okay, fair enough.
Banda, no money for you. Don't worry.
By the way, Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic have both scored in every league game that they've played this season.
Wow.
Both of them have scored in every game that they've played this season. Two incredible players. Not too much else to add, in my opinion, for anything. Oh yeah, Sadi, what do you think about your team?
What team? He's sitting on the beach.
What are you talking about? I'm a consigliere.
Oh my God.
I talk to Pirlo almost on a daily basis.
And Pirlo listens to you.
And Gattuso on a daily basis. And but these guys, they don't want to listen. I tell them you got to play the 3-4-4, and nobody is listening to me.
3-4-4.
Yeah.
That's too many players.
Yeah. And what about the goalkeeper? 3-5-4.
You gotta write that down, I think. Make sure you write it down.
Hey, listen, you made a mistake over there. You don't even know to count to 10, Maestro. What kind of maestro are you? Where did you go to school? Did you graduate from first grade?
Maybe that's the reason why I got fired from Juventus.
That's possible.
I think the main reason why I got fired from Juventus was because I'm taking notes, and they don't like my notes. So one time I showed to them, this is all the notes that I take during the game. You see?
Nah.
That's my notes.
Oh, wow.
But there's nothing there, Sadi.
That's my point.
You know why? I bet you doesn't even know to write. Maestro, I bet you don't even know to write. That's the problem. He has to make believe, right?
Okay, fair enough. Very good. By the way, I would never have signed you. If I was still at Juventus, I never would have signed you. Just to make it clear.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't get somebody like you. You see,
right. You could
with
have
the
got
tracksuit, and we're from a different class. Antonio
I'm coaching 3 teams. I am consigliere for 3 teams. You get.
So you got 3 teams. You have three times to win. How much have you won?
Oh, I won Champions League with Chelsea.
Europa League.
Chelsea.
Yeah, where? On your dreams.
Oh, Europa League.
Europa League.
But I won. Okay, wow. I won a Scudetto.
Maestro, you should be stopping watching the Cartoon Network. You just focus on the Serie A or the English Premier League, right?
Mr.
Coming from Conte, have you ever?
I'm the best coach. I'm the highest paid coach. I got more
win
money than you.
Did you win
I got more money than you.
That's right.
12 million euro.
Here you go. Give me my money.
That's right. What is That's 12 million euro, paisa. 12 million.
Oh gosh.
me. You guys, all you care about is money over
What do you
here.
think?
I'm
It's
trying
all
to build a team.
It's
all about the money.
It's all about money. You think I
Good work
care?
ain't
You
cheap,
salty.
and cheap work ain't good.
Yeah.
I work for no money.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I'll take it.
I was a banker. I saw a lot of money.
Oh, can
I
you
don't
count-
need the money.
Can you
I
count,
don't
by the
need the
way?
money.
You make sure that I pay him 12 million. Make sure, okay? After
12
you pay
million
Mr. Banker.
euros.
I am
not
the
enough.
banker.
Uh,
I never play professional.
fold the
Like
money.
I never made any money. A thing.
Let me stick it on my pocket.
That's why. What do you think Agnelli got me? 'Cause
Someone
I was
said-
cheap.
Someone said this is a box. This
That's
is
why,
a box official.
that's why I nearly fired you, because a cheap coach, he ain't good. And a good coach, he ain't cheap. Okay? That's why I get the money.
that's why I pay this guy.
Okay?
He convinced
cheap
me.
coach, he ain't good. And a good coach, he ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You should have kept Maurito.
More?
You should have
More?
kept
I'm
Maurito,
sorry.
Mr.
I'm
Conte.
sorry to keep you waiting. Okay. That's it.
you.
That's it for now.
Thank
Please,
you.
please. I'm sorry. You're okay? You're happy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Everything's all right?
I'm good,
The air conditioner, you're calm?
I'm
It's
keeping
warm enough?
I'm-
No.
It's warm enough?
Can you put the air conditioner
Yes,
on?
yes. Okay.
Can you give me,
Actually, you know
what?
what? I like a shot. Get me a shot of something.
Okay,
You know,
absolutely.
You know what I want.
I'm sorry. I'm at your total disposal. Okay, anything you want,
Thank
of
you,
course,
sir.
as always.
Thank you.
You
So-
guys can continue.
All right. So, what do you think, Vanda? Yeah, we missed Mauro. What the
I
hell
think
is
we
going
miss
on?
Maurito.
Marotta, would you get anything from me?
For you, I
Do
would
I-
never give you anything.
I see. No respect.
You are paying him already, sitting on the on the beach.
sofa, right?
Mhm. Your friend Agnelli is paying him.
Hold on. I have to.
Ooh.
I have to ask my boss. My boss, can we share for everybody?
Ah,
We share.
they can have it.
That's
They
good.
can have it.
Oh,
They can
that's
have
good.
it.
Thank
They can have it.
Be careful, Wanda.
We're getting-
I gotta go work for Inter.
We
I'm
would never-
available right now. I'm available for Inter.
As long as I'm the CEO over there, you will never be.
Listen,
Never.
if you behave yourself, I can get you a position.
Can you get me on the
Yeah.
job, on the
I
the,
can
on
get
the
you
bench?
a position. No, forget about the bench. I have
That's
a better position for you.
That's it.
I'll let you clean the locker room,
Give it to
my
Antonio.
personal locker room. Okay. All right.
Mr. Pioli, are you loud or?
Yeah, I'm a monk.
You're a
we,
monk.
we make beer.
Oh yeah.
Are you allowed?
Mr. Pioli, you're all right over there, by the way.
I'm good.
You're a little bit. Are you in a vow of
I love
silence?
it. Yes, so Dio Zlatan
Right.
tells me when to talk.
When Dio Zlatan tells you what to talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Benedettum.
Amen.
Cheers.
Amen.
Cheers.
To say Benedetto.
Serie A,
For
baby.
Maurito.
Hallelujahs.
I'm paying all your salaries.
Well, not enough.
Okay, let's
Dio Zlatan.
Let's move on.
move on. Yeah.
Next question.
I want to move on. I want to talk about Inter. 2-2 to Parma. By the way, who scored the goals of Parma?
Wow. We have somebody just behind you, right there.
Que gol Gervinho. Que gol Gervinho.
Wow.
Que gol Gervinho.
So Gervinho scored 2 goals against Inter.
One better than the other.
We actually recorded a video when he scored, going crazy. Michael went crazy. Gervinho posted it on his social media, saying, "Listen to the audio." He said, "Put your sound on," because Mike was going crazy.
Yeah.
And
Wow, that was nice.
and Peter was a little bit.
Maybe I can ask. Maybe I can ask Gervinho if there's room for Icardi at Parma. Maybe I can message him that.
No, don't message him. Please.
No?
Please
That
don't
makes
message
a lot
him.
of money.
Yeah.
No.
I have experience.
But on a serious note, first of all, incredible goal from them. Inter without Lukaku. We were just talking about Lukaku dependency. I had said in our preview video, what the hell is going on with Lautaro Martinez? I think we all wrote in the podcast group as we were watching the game, what the hell is going on with Lautaro? Who's gonna start? Peter, why don't you start?
That kid is a mental case.
Yeah, I mean,
I know,
these last-
I know a psychiatrist and somebody can just do some work on the brain of the kid.
You have
Seriously.
a lot of money. I'm sure you can get a good one too.
Oh yeah, I know one.
Yeah.
Seriously.
something's not working up there. I mean, obviously with Lukaku out, Sanchez out, we don't have any strikers. Lautaro's having a horrid couple of games. I don't know, past month really, where he doesn't look a quarter of himself.
Yeah.
Every time he touches the ball, he's either on the floor, loses the ball, very like passive aggressive. He doesn't do anything. He does not do anything. And this is a player that's supposed to create a spark, that part of creativity that you need in the attacking third that can make something happen out of nothing.
But how much did you fall Lautaro and how much did you fall the system that is being forced to play him?
But
Because that's what.
besides the system, because besides the system, there's always chances when you have the ball, right? And you're taking a defender on, the system goes out the door at that point.
Yeah.
It's what you do 1v1. It's
Right.
what you do in the certain situations. And he's failing all the time.
But he's got
And
speed.
this
He's
is-
shown on the past that he's capable.
That's what I'm saying. So this is versus a Parma team who, I think they played a very good game plan. They defended and they scored on the chances that they created. I mean, we were just talking. Perisic had a moving penalty. He was right in front of the goal, chests it down, does everything right, and skies it up over Sepe's head. So right
Hakimi
there,
too.
2 minutes. That's 2 minutes into the game. If that's a 1-0, the whole game changes, and the way that the game
The flow of the game will have been.
it changes. So these are things that I don't know if it's just the times or the players feel a certain pressure.
They do.
Something
They do.
is wrong. Something is wrong at that point. Because it literally takes 10 chances before Inter can score 1 goal. Whereas Gervinho gets 2 chances and 2 goals. Those are when the star players come out. Lautaro, Lukaku's out. You have to you're the El Toro, take the bull by its horns.
Meaning you, me, right?
And,
Me. I'm the coach.
and run with it.
What do you
and,
want?
And do something with it. Then Conte, he is so stubborn in his tactics, in what he wants. You have to score, and I understand Kolarov could be that centrocampista giunta, right? He's the guy that can go in. He can, because he's more of a left back and he's a very technical player. So you saw him pushing up a little bit more, but try to change something. Add another striker. I know you
He's
didn't
a
have many,
stiff.
but
He's a stiff. Conte's a stiff. I'm a stiff.
He's not able to.
I care more about my
change
hair
that.
than really the game, to
So-
be honest with you.
That's
so
one thing I don't like.
I have a bone to pick with you.
I have a bone. Oh my
Oh,
God.
is Sadi coming now?
Yeah.
Sadi's
Oh,
coming.
boy.
Okay.
So I give you two points. Okay.
Thank you.
You took notes.
Thank you, Maestro.
Because I took notes. Okay.
Thank you, Maestro.
Now, number one, I've told you this many times. When you play with on the defense with 3 players, you don't have the right players for
For the 3-5-2, you're saying,
okay.
right? Mhm.
Yes, for the 3.
But you told me how to do
so
it.
that's it. No, you don't listen.
All right.
Okay, so that's your first mistake, and you keep going back with the same players that make the mistakes right in the center. They don't belong there. That's number one. Number two, what I'm very upset, and you should kick his butt. Lautaro, on the first goal that Gervinho scored, he lost the ball in the midfield, and what did he do?
Nothing.
He's looking for
Butterflies.
excuses. He's looking for the referee. Forget about the referee. Forget about the excuses. Go win the ball. The guy made a long ball goal. That's what you have to do.
Sorry, Maestro.
Get this guy.
Sorry, Maestro. You're right. You're right.
You said one thing right.
Yeah.
Go get somebody for his head.
Yeah.
Now it's a mental case.
Yeah.
It has become a mental case.
Ask me if I care.
You care?
I don't.
On a serious
That's
note,
all I got for Inter.
that's also the real content. Sorry, that also said that we lose the ball in the midfield, they score a goal, and we're fine with just like allowing them to do whatever they want. We lose the ball, okay, it's fine. Somebody else is gonna cover it, which is a big problem. And the thing to me is like, what will it take? And Peter, you and I were saying this during the game. What will it take for Conte to switch his damn formation? I mean, he is playing players completely out of position. Perisic is not a second striker. They tried it last year before he went to Bayern Munich. It did not work. But he is so forced to play in this thing that he will not switch to a 4-3-3, to a 4-4-2. He has to keep his 3-5-2. The way that Inter play, again, I am disappointed in Lautaro, but there's a lot of other problems besides Lautaro. His entire game is through Lukaku. But when you don't have Lukaku, how are you not switching the game plan up?
But
and
that's
still
what I'm
getting a
saying. That it's a
result?
stiff. He's not capable to be flexible in changing and addressing the lineup in a way that takes care of the people missing on the squad or a situation that they arise because you're facing a different team, a more of a defensive team. I think Inter is going to do very well against the strong team, but against the middle of the range team, they're gonna struggle because they're not gonna find the space that they wish they can find.
By the way, Mr. Conte, I'm hot. Am I allowed to take this off?
Yeah, you can take
I'm
it
allowed
off.
to. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Mr. Conte.
Just make sure you don't drop any money on the floor because I might need them.
That's all for you. It's
I
all
might have to talk to you about my renewal of the contract because I want
okay.
more money.
Absolutely. Let's try to win. Let's
And
try to
maybe
win
bring
this
a card in.
time. Hey. You don't get any of this money.
And the crazy thing with Inter is also the defensive part of the game where Conte's Inter last year, I think was the best defense, right?
Yeah.
In Serie A. And this year they're letting in 2 goals per game. Okay? This is that I think is a cause to call for help or someone really focusing on what is going on. I understand that because of COVID, because of different injuries,
But you still have your best defender. You have the best defenders.
No, but we didn't have. It should be Bastoni, De
Skriniar,
Vrij,
Skriniar.
Skriniar.
Okay,
So far, I think we've played maybe 1 or 2 games with that formation, with those 3 defenders. And when we did, we were more convincing defensively. So that's still to be seen. But at the same time, I have to say that the way that we're playing, we're moving the ball, but we're not clinical, in front of goal. And that's a big problem for a team that has ambitions to win the Serie A, to go as far as they can in Champions League, and to play also in the Coppa Italia. You have to be able to finish your chances, because goal missed is going to be a goal scored against. But what I can say about your team, Mr. Conte, there is a little bit of a fight. So I mean,
locker room fight. You're saying, right?
No, I'm saying, listen,
Explain.
Struggle.
well, between the Fiorentina game, when you're down a goal and they turned it up, and were able to tie it and then score late.
Yeah, the
With
87
Parma,
minute.
With Parma, they're able to score the tying goal. A tie is not the best of results, but for the morale, it's better to tie than it is to lose.
Yeah, but how many games you're going to bring it to the 90th
you
minute,
can't.
and then you're losing, and you have to. It's a
It's
Hail Mary.
uphill battle, yeah.
You throw it in there, and then what happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, your Gervinho was a player that Inter tried to sign in the summer, and I think that he did everything that he could. He was looking at me, Mr. Marotta, and saying, in January you are going to sign me. There's already rumors that Gervinho could be going to Inter in January. Anything else on Inter, or we wanna move on?
Well, so far Inter has shown that the promise that they had to win the whole thing is gonna have to be realized in a different way. So they're gonna have to just step up to the plate, and they have to just put numbers over there on the board, because the way they're doing it right now, I mean, even the excuse that Peter had about the defense is not what we actually wish to have. The COVID, not COVID. Everybody's struggling. We didn't have Ibrahimovic. We never said a word. We didn't have Donnarumma. We didn't say a word. We didn't have Rebic. We didn't say a word. So the thing is, you just play the cards the best way you can. So Conte is not good at playing his cards. The guy here, he's got the best cards on his hands, and he wastes them. Okay, let me throw this. Let me throw this. Let me throw this. He's not a good manager. Well, don't throw the money.
I thought I
okay,
heard that you needed
so I'll take that. I'll take it.
Yes.
Nice. Thank you, sir. So anyway, Pete, as a Conte, I want you to pay me. I mean, I want the money, as much money as I can. But at the same time, I'm not really that good at what I'm doing. You know what I mean? The guy is not a top coach. And I mean, the experience has been shown that time and time again, this guy here is a choker. With the players and with the stuff that you have on board, you're supposed to be winning hands down, especially easy games. Those are the easy games that you're not supposed to be dropping points. Now, against the Napoli, AC Milan, Juventus, and all the stuff, I think your formation is going to work a little better, because the intensity that those players they bring into the game is slightly different. It doesn't seem to me that they bring the exact same level of intensity when they play with smaller team. Mm-hmm. So that's going to have to change. That's part of the mentality that is not there with AC Milan. What do you think, Maestro?
No, I was going to ask you, do you, Icardi, is he still on the plans?
Oh, I wish I can have him. This guy, he didn't want me to have him. He didn't want me to have him.
No, but you can talk to Wanda.
Yeah, but Wanda
next
tried
to you.
to make a deal with him. He tried to make a deal with him.
You and her make a deal.
I told her even what to do to get him a little bit.
This lady doesn't come to Milano anymore.
No?
That's the one thing.
No deal?
Listen,
My kids still go to Milano for school.
No, that's fine. They can stay.
I want to come back.
Wanda
I'll take a pay cut.
Listen, Wanda made him a spectacular deal, and I'm not going to tell you the detail what kind of a deal that he gave it to her.
Mr. We're live.
We're still alive.
We're still live.
We're still alive. That's what I'm saying. I have to watch my mouth.
By the way, can I unbutton? It's hot.
Yeah, you can unbutton. Okay, all right.
Wanda.
Can I roll up my sleeves too?
A little bit, yes, you can.
Thank you so much, Mister.
Wanda, talk to me after.
Okay, good.
Wait, listen, she's going to have to talk to me first.
Milano, Zlatan, Icardi.
Okay, so I just want to say a little bit about Inter. This season, I feel a little bit more skeptical of what's going on.
All of a sudden,
No, I'm just saying in terms of Lautaro. I thought Lautaro would get the season going, and it seems like he's psychologically he's not there yet, and you could see Lukaku, if he's out, Inter have no bite, and on top of that, Conte is still stubborn with that, with all these things mixing together, and plus all the injuries and what's been going on with COVID. I don't know. I feel like this season could turn around and bite Inter really bad, because it's not everything, all the stuff that's happening right now. It's not looking good with what's going on.
Hey, what are the chances that we shut it down to Campionato again because of all the numbers?
We're not sure.
Peter, do you agree with that?
Well, it's
And then we'll move on.
expectations. Inter, these games you're supposed to win. You can maybe lose versus Milan, it's a derby, but Parma you have to win. Lazio, you're up 1-0, you have to close out the game. These are games that a team that's gonna win the Scudetto win and find a way to win. And so far we haven't done that. We're lucky that Juventus this year we don't know what to expect. Napoli, we don't know what to expect. Milan, they're high right now, but who knows if they get into a string of bad results, what can happen. So the Campionato is still very much open. There's only 6 games into it. We have time. But Conte has to address these problems now, and Inter's got to start clicking soon.
You guys got no chance because I'm talking to Pirlo on a daily basis.
Wow.
Okay? And I will train that Pirlo. And I've told him over and over again the tactics that he has to use. 3-4-4.
Now,
Now,
one more player. You didn't write it down?
oh,
That's one extra player.
I see.
Yeah, please write it down.
I see.
This is why we never hired you.
3, 5, 6.
This is why we couldn't hire you. This is why.
I'm available.
No, that's fine.
If you get rid of this guy,
Maybe we'll talk.
No way.
How much you charge? I don't have that much money.
I'm cheap.
You're cheap. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All
cheap.
right,
I don't
Hey, we like
take
that.
$12 million.
Cheap coach ain't good. Good coach ain't cheap.
I want
Icardi's
a,
cheap too.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're right.
I want a
That's
European Cup. What did you win, you loser? You are a loser.
I don't have the win. I gotta get money.
I want to move on. By the way, for the people that are new joining, I see some people new. Guys, you got to scroll back and watch from the beginning of the
you don't wanna
podcast.
miss it.
There's a Halloween episode where we've got Padre Pioli, Sari, Maestro Sari, Marotta. We've got Wanda Nada, and Antonio Conte over there. So we're playing in and out between them. Napoli lost to Sassuolo, and Sassuolo is second place in the league. A Sassuolo that did not start with Ciccio Caputo or Domenico Berardi against a Napoli that, many of us had predicted that they would have won or at least tied. What everybody think about this match?
Well, I think if I just jump on it, Sassuolo, even without their top goal scorer, also Berardi, one of the better players, out, you still see the Sassuolo identity. You see Locatelli there that we know from reports and from Sky and whatnot was a player Pirlo wanted for Juventus. And I think today's game he showed that. He added that geometry and be able to pass these balls and get the first touch and advance the play. You have a guy like Boga able to take on players. So I mean the game was very even until a certain time, until the penalty call for Sassuolo. They get the goal, and then Napoli started scrambling a bit. Right, then of course there was a little bit of controversy. Supposedly, there could be a claim for a penalty
For
with
Osimhen,
Osimhen
yeah.
getting pulled in the box, and then Sassuolo go on and turn that, miss the penalty to then score and put the game to rest at 2-0. If Napoli would have tied the game, I would have said it was a fair result. I think Sassuolo did enough to win, but didn't do anything remarkable. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I like Peter's point, and that's something that we were talking about before about the Sassuolo. It's kind of got that identity where you could plop. It's kind of like the Atalanta system of even when key players are missing or even when key players are sold, it's so bought into a philosophy of football that you could interchange players a lot easier. So even if you lose somebody, you're not as dependent. And of course, there are specific players that have talent that they're very hard to do this, but that's kind of the Sassuolo way. On the Osimhen, for me personally, that's not a penalty. I mean, we've seen how many cases this year in Serie A of Inter. I think Lukaku was pulled by his shirt. I mean, I feel like every week we're seeing guys get pulled by the shirt. I remember even Morata one time he had his shirt held. To me, it was not enough contact for that to be a penalty kick. Personally, that's what I would say.
I'm a little disappointed in Napoli. Well, I actually predicted a draw for this one, and it was looking pretty good when it was 1-0. But I don't know. I feel like Napoli, they had possession of the ball, but I just feel like they didn't do enough of it. Yeah, I heard about the penalty. It was a little bit soft. I could have seen it given. I seen those given too a few times. But overall, it seemed like sort of like a European hangover from Napoli after coming back, that midweek game. And they had to show something. I mean, this was their first loss of the Serie A, so nothing too crazy. But then again,
was the point to Juventus, the freebies.
And Sassuolo didn't start Caputo or Berardi. When that happened, I was like, oh, Napoli should get this win. And they still couldn't, which was, I don't know. I feel like they could have done better. Insigne wasn't there. We know he was injured. But overall, I was a bit disappointed in Napoli. I think they should have at least got a draw on this one.
Hey, Maestro, don't you think that Zerbi is an hybrid of
Well,
Gasperini in a
Is he
way?
copying
He
you,
plays very
Maestro?
good.
Well,
to
this
copy him
is
a
what
little
I
bit.
was going to say. I have two things to say for Sassuolo and for Napoli.
Is this as Gaetano or is this as Sarri?
Sorry,
I am
Maestro.
sorry.
I'm sorry. Listen, I know you're the maestro.
I like the Zerbi. Everything that the Zerbi does,
Got it from you?
I got the Zerbi.
You taught him.
I taught him.
Okay.
Okay, so he puts the team nice on the field. He always goes to win. It doesn't matter what the score is. It's in a beautiful, beautiful game. Now, as far as Gattuso, hold on. As far as Gattuso Gattuso, I talk to him almost on a daily basis, and I told him what he has to do. It's very simple. Get rid of De Laurentiis. Get him out. Don't let him come to the field. Okay? Don't let him come to the stand. Get him out of that team. And you see what happened to Ancelotti last year? Do that, and you'll be successful.
Wow. What a maestro, man. I didn't even know when you became a maestro.
By the way, Maestro, whose football do you think is better? You think yours or Gasperini? Because we have some people that say that Gasperini invented everything.
Gasperini. You don't have no idea what Gasperini was doing when I was a banker. Hey, what are you talking about? I was studying day and night tactics.
You were studying.
Of course, I study everything, tactics, day and night. What is Gasperini was doing? He was over there doing some things on the field.
You see,
I study.
I told you.
He told us what?
I told you that Gasperini, that you learn everything from the maestro over here.
I taught both and Gasperini too.
This guy the maestro only picks the winners.
European champions.
Amazing.
Okay.
By the way,
What did this guy win, Pioli?
Oh.
The Padre Pioli. What have you won? You won nothing.
This is my secret.
Icardi's better.
Loser. We talk afterwards.
Don't call me a loser. He's the one that hired me. I'm a winner, paisa. Hey, maestro, I'm a winner. I'm not a banker, but I'm a winner. Money talks.
Money for the poor.
give him some scraps. Do we give him some
No,
scraps?
nothing.
Yes, sir. Crazy match that I could not believe this was happening. The game was at the same time as Juve Spezia, but we're watching it. Torino against Lazio, and it's 4-3 to Lazio, which maybe you say, okay, fine, no problem. They won. But the manner in which this happened, Genoa went up 3-2 in about the 85th minute. So they were up 3-2. 95th minute.
You say Genoa, Torino.
Torino.
Was up 3-2.
Sorry. Torino goes up 3-2. In the 95th minute, Lazio are given a penalty, which we'll discuss if it's a penalty or not a penalty. Look, Conte, come on. You get paid that much and you don't know how to pour?
Yeah,
That's all right. I'll do it for you next time.
my cousin.
It's a cheap restaurant.
So in the 95th minute, Lazio awarded a penalty kick, 3-3. In the 98th minute, 98th minute, Lazio score and win the match. One of the most insane scenarios I've ever seen in a long time. A lot of controversy in this one, a lot of debate between us because we all had different score lines of who was going to win. And it was an emotional roller coaster because one moment Michael was cheering because Torino was winning. Then I started cheering because it went 3-3 and then it went 4-3. And I think Peter ended up getting Mr. Pioli got it.
So I had Torino to win the game, and in 5 minutes from first place, I don't know where I am now. This guy from second place, he went to first place.
Torino
What do
Ricardo.
you think Gianpaolo got sacked by AC Milan to get we got the winner over here. We got Padre Pioli over here. So Gianpaolo is not a winner. They should have tied up a little bit more back there over there. But a little luck over there is he makes a huge difference. And Lazio believing that they can still change the score within the last 2-3 minutes. That shows the mentality of Inzaghi. That says you never give up until you hear the whistle. So that's what they did.
You look like Inzaghi also, Simone. You can pass for it.
Don't compare him to Simone Inzaghi. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy. A lot. I think everybody went up in arms for the penalty kick that was given. What did everybody think over here? Because when I was watching it, I said there's no way that they were going to give a penalty. We're live. I said there is no shot that will be given a penalty to Lazio.
So the way it was explained was that when the referee saw it, he thought he got it with his right hand. So his right hand was like this, and of course it's not a penalty. I think when they saw it in the VAR, they saw that he hit it also with his left hand. And his left hand was a little bit out. So the referee thought he hit here, no penalty. When they looked at it and it hit this end, then because the hand is out, then it was a penalty. That's the way it was explained to on TV. I did not see it in slow motion.
Peter, what was your thing on that?
Well, I think it's also, I know like this year is obviously different than last year with the extended handball and the new rules and all this stuff. But I think that the fact that it was a shot on goal and his arm was extended, that was the reason why, even if there's no intention or it's not really extended, because it was on target, hits his arm, it's a penalty.
And he made his body wider.
I have a great point to make. I hope it's great. It's a great point. Last year we were discussing VAR. This year, what we're going to discuss is just forcing everybody to vote on this motion to have the people making the decision on the VAR room and the referees putting a live mic the way they do it on the football, on the American football, and explaining, okay, this was the call was made, the challenge was accepted because of ABC and D. No, the challenge has been denied because the VAR has shown that the player did not actually intentionally touch the ball. He touched the body first and then he went to his hand, and then the shot was not directly to the goal. It was not enough of a reason for us to award it. But we need to know live what's going on. Now, look what happened last week. Last week they were given two penalties, one against AC Milan and one in favor of AC Milan, that they were not penalties. So and nobody couldn't figure out why those two penalties were awarded. But when you are on a live mic, you put yourself on the spot. You said why you didn't award the penalty or why you did award the penalty. We need to know. Okay? Everybody's going to have to be on a live mic because otherwise we're going to think that a lot of people that they pay the tickets or we're watching the game live on the TV and we pay the subscription to the ESPN Plus or maybe Sky or anybody else, we feel we've been cheated because with all of this talk about the VAR and this and that, if they can communicate among themselves with the fourth man, with the sideline and all the stuff, all you have to do, just put an extra mic on the VAR room and on the ref to be able to communicate with everybody. Because if you see it on the football, they have the mic coming down from every single direction. The ref is gonna be able to make the call live and explain it to the public at large what was the call all about it. Okay, we need to know. We're watching the game. We pay. We are the tifosi. We are the number one in line that we should know. We're not supposed to be fighting and guessing after the fact. We need to know on the field whether we have a challenge and why the challenge was not denied or was accepted. That's it.
So they were talking about it on TV about the protocol and going forward. What if there need to be made some changes. And some of the things that they said, who makes the changes? So they sit on a table, and on this table there are players. that play the game. There are coaches that coach the games, not necessarily now, but players that played in the past. And they want to leave some to the excitement on the field. Let the field decide what the call is. And so if there has been goals that have been one of the most beautiful goal, it could have been the goal of the year, was taken away because the guy was maybe 1 centimeter
offside.
So, and that was taken away. So these people that are what they call purists of soccer, they want to leave it to the field. So if the referee said it's a goal, the fans, they can all join it. They don't have to wait and then go and then be disappointed that it is allowed. I do not agree.
Neither do I.
The VAR was put there to make the right call. Have the VAR help you to make the right call and what the call and what the goal. That's what the VAR is there. So, but this is what we're going against. So when you see that they don't go to the VAR, when you see why didn't they go to the VAR, those are some of the protocol. The referee saw it, he made the decision, and it stands like that.
By the way, I just created something because we do have Best Character Award that will be going out by the end of the podcast. I made a poll. I'm going to leave the link in here where you could vote for the best character. So when you do the best character, not just the costume, but who did it the best, who was most in character, who was the funniest, all this stuff. I'm going to leave it here so you could start voting. I just dropped it. Just vote for one name of who you think was the best. We'll do the results at the end. So we'll just keep promoting it and keep going until we finish.
Could you pin it?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Is anything else that's in anybody's mind right now that they want to talk about?
No, to finish up what Gaetano was saying, I agree 100% with him. But then, what we do when we find out that after the fact that the people at the VAR got punished and the ref was suspended for a month, that shows that the system is so imperfect because it's been left to the wrong people to make that decision. As I said in the previous, discussion, that we should not have a ref make a critical decision that it was his call on the field deciding a game. It should be a VAR with a minimum 3 people or 3 to 5, where 2 to 1 or 3 to 2 is going to be the majority that decides what was the call and what's the correct call for that particular situation on the field. And again, it should not be the ref decision. Even when the ref goes to watch the game, goes to watch the video and the screen to find out what happened, it should not be his decision. If you have the VAR, let the VAR decide. Don't leave it to the ref, because the ref is going to make all the time a controversial decision. I mean, not all the time, but the vast majority of the time he's open himself to be controversial to what the reality is on the field, and that's it. I will never let the ref make that decision. I will leave it to the VAR. Right or wrong?
No, I agree. Obviously, you can't have technology see every single foul, every single thing. There's certain things that have to be taken a look at, which is penalty, because that's a big part of who can score, who doesn't score. Any dangerous play, red cards,
absolutely,
which is important. And then obviously offsides, which can be a technical thing that can be decided as we see with technology. We're all maybe a little skeptical about the lines and whatnot, but at least there's a certain system, and they stick to the system of that. We saw even in the Inter Parma game, where Lukaku was clearly held down. The defender had nothing to do with the ball, and the referee saw it. He said no penalty, and he just wanted to be stubborn with that call. And that is a big problem. If you have, as a ref, your ego is bigger than what your job is supposed to be, there's a problem.
But that's what I was saying, Pete. In this particular case, why did you ever stick your neck out? The ref, they should be fighting and allowing this to happen.
You haven't understood. The guy explained that he's in charge of the VAR. Yeah. Okay, I forget his name. Rizzoli. He's in charge of the VAR. He explained it. The coaches and players that have played the game, they want to leave some of the calls to the field. Do not go and check it. You saw the referee saw it. Let it go.
But that's wrong, though.
Okay, but I said it's wrong too. But you keep saying it. That's the protocol. You have to change the protocol.
So let's start with us. I mean, you can start with us because you're gonna start somewhere.
Like this. Guys, imagine me on a video call trying to change the protocol.
Guys, the protocol is wrong. Better start with us. Antonio Conte is the first one that is going to put a petition over there. And Vanda, sure, of course. That the game has to be called by the VAR, especially in those controversial calls. A red card, a penalty, an offside. Let the VAR make the call. Because if you allow to the ref, he's going to screw up the whole thing and he's going to create more problems. Okay, let's put the blame squarely on the laps of the VAR.
Lap dog. Michael could actually
of the laps.
Lap dog.
Michael almost could double as Nedved with the hair.
Yeah.
I was almost Nedved. We were about to do the lap dog Nedved, which would have been funny too.
From
Anything
your mouth to Zlatan.
To Zlatan's ear.
anything else from the Serie A that you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, just one last thing.
What about the Roma Fiorentina? It's a good game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but before we go to that, I
Yeah.
would like to thank you for letting me smoke on the podcast.
Right.
As you guys know, I smoke in the...
He's trying to get extra votes.
I smoke in the locker room. I smoke on the field. So thank you for letting me smoke.
We turned off the smoke alarm, so we're all good.
And for,
No
people,
problem.
and for people that think that you're chewing gum and working, it cannot be done at the same time. This is the perfect example. You can smoke and take note at the same time.
What
Okay,
a guy.
so
What
it's a
maestro.
multitasking.
That's a real
That's
maestro.
a maestro.
For three
so-
teams. You ready?
Okay, it can smoke and take notes at the same time. All right.
Roma Fiorentina. What did you want to say?
I was hoping for Fiorentina to show up a little better on the field, but I mean, even though I didn't watch the game, but I saw the scoreline over there. I mean, 2-0. It's a clear defeat for Fiorentina. I mean, something is missing over there. I think Ribéry was a big part of this team, and they got stronger in the midfield. Under Abate, they got Castrovilli. They got something is not working defensively for Fiorentina, and they need a striker. They need a striker.
So at one point they had three center forwards in there. Okay, yeah, they had Kwame, Cutrone, and Vlahovic. Now three center forwards.
Wow.
That's a real
Anyway,
maestro.
I'm disappointed.
With
By the
Iachini.
way, I might take the job at Fiorentina.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Is this
I
an
might.
exclusive for the
Exclusive for
podcast?
IFTV. I might take the job.
Could
my
you
God.
take
Okay,
Maurito
now-
with you? Could you
now-
take Maurito with you?
Let's
take
talk.
you.
All right, now let's go back.
take you.
Now
I'll
it's
take
Gaetan, now it's me talking. Very good game by Roma. I like Fonseca. I always like Fonseca. He put a team. He put the team always on the field. It's always put in the right way. The first half, they could have scored 2-3 goals. Roma, they missed. Disappointing by Ribéry. He didn't do much. Now this guy started with Ribéry and Callejon as two center forwards. Well, there were with two people up front. Callejon is not that position and Ribéry is not that position. Then he changed both of them and he put three center forwards.
Wow.
He put Kaume, he put
Cutrone.
and he put Vlahovic. I mean, the guy, he does. I don't know. I don't
He's
like.
guessing. He's guessing
Yeah,
too
I
much.
don't like Iachini. I am ready for the job.
Hey, by the way,
not gonna
let
lie.
me take a break for a few seconds. Okay, hey guys, by the way, make sure that you like it and you subscribe it. Okay, this is a special thing that we're doing for you. I'm having a lot of fun.
And we gotta find Maurito team.
I have Vanda next to me, and
Listen, if you don't like it, if you don't like the video now and subscrib, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah.
We got to do more fun stuff like this. We got to see that you guys
I'm
actually
in a
like the
damn
content.
dress. Please like and subscribe.
Mr. Antonio, am I allowed to have?
yeah, you can have a little
Okay,
shot. Come
okay,
on.
thank you.
Give him $1,000.
Thank you. Sorry. So guys, hit that like button. Honestly, hit that like button because also a thank you to everybody here that really committed to their dresses, dresses.
Mostly me, bro.
To dressing up.
No, but even more so than the costume, it's the act that's come with it. That's what I've really appreciated. So we're making it fun. We're having a joke with this. It's part of it. A joke for some of us. Others might go home in their
It's
outfits.
the reality.
So to speak about,
Going back to the Roma Fiorentina game, I think Fiorentina just faced a better team than them. I think Roma, as they're gonna go throughout the season, now we're gonna see, Pedro, Mkhitaryan, and Dzeko. These guys can play together, and if they're able to finish more, and Dzeko being able to hold up the ball, and you have Pedro Mkhitaryan running off of him, that's a little.
Very good. I was impressed.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "This is you guys look like when you stay at the bar too long and you wake up on Saturday morning and these are the guys left in the bar." We're the only ones.
Yeah, a bunch of drunks, right?
Wait, me too?
Oh man, sorry.
Before we go, I would like to make a request.
Okay.
Like it and subscribe.
And of course, you're the one with the money, so I'm asking you,
Okay.
if on the next podcast, can I come back as a Sarri? Or this is it? It's just what for tonight?
We might allow it. I think we could allow it. I've got some extra money. Zan gave me a little bit more money.
You got to pay me extra though, otherwise I'm not coming. Because over here, this guy is making all the money, okay? And I got 3 teams. I'm coaching 3 teams. I'm making no money. Agnelli doesn't pay.
That's very true. Yeah, yeah, we don't like Agnelli over here.
He only pays his coach.
Yes,
Thanks.
Man.
Thank you, Master. Thank
wow.
you. You're the best.
I'll pay you in a different way.
I do agree with I do agree about Iachini. The guy's gotta go. The guy's gotta go. And it should be Sarri. I would love Sarri, but Iachini is not made. I saw you agree? I saw a good tweet from Matteo Bonetti, and I don't remember it exactly. You could check him. He said like putting Iachini with Fiorentina is like giving a Ferrari to, I don't know if he said a baby, but he said something like that. I mean, for the way that the team is, it can't be handled by Iachini.
It's got a lot of
It can't
potential.
be.
Fiorenina's got a lot of potential. It's got a beautiful players, so they should be able to put numbers
They got very
over
good
there.
players. I mean, the goalkeeper, he made some fantastic save
Yeah, he did
today.
good.
Today, he played very good. They in the defense.
Best
they got,
midfield. They have the best midfield of Serie A to be Fiorentina.
But even
Milankovic is a good player.
Petzè, yeah, they have.
When Petzella is there, is a good player.
Castrovilli.
Caceres is a good player.
Yeah.
In the middle, you got Castrovilli. You got
Bonaventura.
You got Bonaventura
Bonaventura.
that today didn't do anything. This guy Duncan, I don't know what they got him. Now he's on the bench, and I came in afterwards. 3 center forwards.
The team is built.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
gotta-
that
you
the
gotta do
system
better
is not
than that.
working.
I agree. I don't think anyone really preferred Iachini for this position. We think with Fiorentina's team, they should definitely have more points at this point of the season, even though it's early on. But overall, with the players and stuff, honestly, I put a 2-0 prediction for Roma. In the beginning, Fiorentina were attacking. I was like, oh boy. I was like, this Fiorentina, is in a different gear. They're playing good today. But then after a while, Roma got back in the game, and then they started playing. And like how Peter was saying, how if you have Jack over there, especially when he was rested midweek, then you have Pedro over there. And Mkhitaryan. This team can punish. Even though Zaniolo's still there, wait till Zaniolo comes in a few more months. Roma are actually looking pretty good, and maybe they can surprise a few people.
Going
this
back to Fiorentina, obviously, they have a project in mind, also with the stadium, outside of soccer, but you have to give real enthusiasm to the fans. You've made some big name signings, Ribéry. You made some smart signings, Amrabat, Bonaventura, keeping Castrovilli, getting rid of Chiesa. Even if you're not necessarily making all the money up front, you do have potential to make a decent amount of money for Chiesa, a player that didn't want to stay on your team. So that's one part of it. And now it's about creating a project as far as who's going to be the coach that doesn't just stay for a year, 2 years, and you have to change. A coach that's going to stay with his team and be able to develop the team. I don't think Fiorentina fans are delusioned by saying, oh, we're going to win the Scudetto next year, or we're going to get into Champions next year. But if you tell them in 2-3 years we're going to get Europa League and then push for Champions League, they will be happy with that.
But let's be honest.
So you have to have a project.
Let's be honest. As far as the coaching, I think the decision for them to keep Iachini is because what was available on the market was not much better than what they actually got. What did they could have got Gianpaolo?
Who,
like you, Sarri, for example? Sarri's another loser.
Gattuso was available.
Yeah, no, Gattuso was not available.
Yes, it was.
Di Francesco was available.
Gattuso was available. Di Francesco was available. Juric, they were thinking about Juric, which I like. Is a good coach. You could do something with the Serbi. Maybe I don't know.
The demand was a lot kind of high for the salary. You're saying Iachini, they probably re-signed him for a few bucks, from a couple $100. I don't know, but I don't know. How much does he make, Iachini, by the way? Can you check?
Probably maybe $1 million.
Yeah, I don't think he makes
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't make that much.
Maybe less. If anybody has anything else to think about it, there's a tie in the poll right now. So I do want to make. I'm gonna put the link again. and we'll make one last appeal. But speaking about Matteo Bonetti, what came in my mind, I want to give a shout out to him too for this. It's awesome. It made my day when I saw this news. His 91-year-old nonna, his grandmother, got coronavirus. She beat it yesterday, and she's coronavirus free from Bergamo. That Bergamo
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I made my day seeing that. So congratulations, that's incredible.
The
91 years old.
Bergamaschi never stop fighting, even off the pitch.
The strength there is incredible. So having said that, one last appeal from everybody over here in your special character for the people to vote for you. We'll start with Padre Pioli. The camera's on you. Listen, Father, we're very happy to have had you today. So would you take it away?
Well, I'm happy to be here. Let us pray.
There you go.
Dio Zlatan. Thank you. I have never won anywhere, and I'm in first place in Serie A. Dio Zlatan. I put you on the field, and you score every game. Dio Zlatan. Prega per noi.
All right.
Dio Zlatan. Prega per noi. Thank
Well
you.
said.
Wow,
Well
that's
said.
great. That's great.
Mr. Maestro Sadi, we know that you're. We'll pay you to have you on another episode, but we really appreciate you coming by. Why do you think the people should vote for you? Oh, the notes.
It's
the
because
notes.
he takes notes.
He's still taking notes.
All right.
Anything in those notes?
So you have to understand, I got 3 jobs. I am consigliere for Chelsea, Juventus, and Napoli. And I talk to them on a daily basis, but they won't listen to me. 3-4-4, that's the tactics that you have to use to win. For Gattuso, get rid of De Laurentiis and you'll win. I'm telling you. Look what happened to Ancelotti. Ancelotti didn't get on, and Ancelotti was sacked. Okay? So, to me, vote for me, and I go to Fiorentina, and I make him Champions League.
Ooh, Iachini, watch out.
I would say thank you for everybody for having me. You know, as a CEO, it's not always easy to be here. I've got a lot of money to spend. I would say do not vote for me. Please vote for my Mister Antonio Conte, if that's okay with you.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make you look good at one point.
I listen to
I
whatever
don't know
he
when,
says.
but at some point I'm gonna make you look good. Just to give me money.
The only way that
Just
I
keep
win
paying me.
and I have a good
Just keep
team
paying me.
is,
Thank you.
is if Conte stays good in the media. So guys, please, we cannot let Conte lose this voting. Without him, it's okay if I tell him to vote for you, Mister.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
okay. It's okay.
Only
Okay.
for me.
All right, thank you.
Vote
very much.
Antonio. Vote Antonio. Vote Antonio.
Wanda, this is very special to have you. By the way.
First of all, I'm not even gonna put on an act. Look how I'm dressed. You guys better vote for me. If someone doesn't vote for me, I'm gonna go. Look at me. If you guys don't vote for me, I don't know what else I have to do for a vote.
You lost one apple.
one person, when they came in, they said, "Wait, how come everybody got dressed except Mike?" Mr. Antonio Conte, why should they vote for you, Mister?
Well, because cheap coach.
You messed
Oh,
it
you
up.
messed it up. Give him more money. Give him more
Hey,
money.
wait. No,
We'll get you.
Motivation.
Wait, I need another shot. Give me
Motivation.
another shot. Get out.
Loser.
All right, listen. Because good coach ain't cheap, and cheap coach ain't good. Okay? So money talks. All right, guys. That's what I'm here for. As far as Inter is concerned, I really don't give a shit. So money
You're
talks.
live right now.
Don't worry about them.
Oops.
We'll give another like 10 seconds. Just I'll go over, by the time I finish going over our ranking of where we all stand in the predictions, that's when I will stop the voting, and whoever's at top will be. So for the podcast, our predictions, we've got with a total of 18 points. Actually, we'll start from the top. First place, a new capocannoniere, is Peter Pioli.
Wow.
21 points. He's in first place. I will remind you that tomorrow there is one more game, just so everybody knows, for safety. But we all have a tie. Actually, we all have a tie. Just different score lines. In second place is Maestro Sarri. Always seems to come in second place. 20 points.
Don't worry.
European champion.
No. Europa League. Second place to Champions League.
Europa League. Sometimes I get mixed up. 3-4-4, 3-3-4, 4-4-3.
Whatever.
So with 20 points. In third place is Antonio with 19 points. In fourth is me with 18. And Michael made a big comeback at 17 points. So that is where the ranking stands.
Where do you go, Wanda?
Guys, I'm doing one last refresh. Whoever gets those votes is going to win our Scudetto trophy right now.
Coppa Italia.
3, 2, 1.
Vote.
And the winner is by 2 votes. I will say it's on this side of the table. It's between these two right now.
Oh my
I think it's
God.
Peter.
This is first and second place.
Oh.
The winner by
I don't
2.
fucking dress on. Dude. What the hell is this? Guys, are you kidding me? Look at me. I'm not even this shit.
The winner by 2 votes
God.
is Maestro Sarri.
Penso di me. What the hell?
He finally won.
He finally won
He
something.
First place. First place.
That's hilarious. So we got.
Since I'm a very nice guy, okay, I will do the honor to give it.
Grazie.
Can I make this even worse right now? Michael, you were second to last, only above me.
Yo, you guys are something
I'll
else.
take the money.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
god,
That
that's
was
hilarious.
fun.
Guys, as always, thank you guys, everybody, for watching. I think we had a lot more fun than we were expecting on this.
Not
make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the
I thought I won
subscribe.
this easily.
If you're enjoying all of our content, stick with us through the week as we'll have more.
So which
news
game
from
is
you.
tomorrow? That we
Marco, they said now Sa Gaetano. He won it.
Verona won.
Oh, that's so good.
Sack Sari, since you just won it. Sack him.
Yeah, Verona won. Verona won.
Benevento.
Verona, Benevento.
That's a good game.
That's great, guys. As always, thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Ciao.
Ciao tutti.
Yo, Mike.
Yo, that's BS, man. I want to recount.